excited to have you guys here. Not only have you been able to participate in the Etsy Effect conference. Yesterday was an amazing bonus day for all of those that have applied for coaching. I am so excited. Put your time that you're connecting with our team in the chat. We would love to hear if you know your coach's name, what day and time. I'm so excited for all of you. This is such a great bonus training. We've never done a training like this.
Yes.
But I really want to talk about today about the inflection point of the industry that we're at, because there's so much talk about AI, so much talk about Etsy, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions that you're going to see in this workshop. What to do when it comes to AI, what not to do
100%
when it comes to AI, and the way that we're utilizing it in our very own Etsy shops.
Yes.
So it's going to be a jam-packed full session. If you do not have a time booked, if you applied and you didn't get a time with someone, be sure to fill out another application, pick a time on someone's calendar. We're so excited to get you guys connected. Yay, Sue, I'm so glad you got to connect. So good. Hey, everyone. Oh my gosh, so awesome. Well, everyone at the Etsy Effect, this is Lauren. She's been on the team many years. She works in our Etsy shops. She coaches inside of Passive Earners Society. You do so many amazing brainstorming with clients, auditing shops, helping people take it to the next level. What is the number one thing you see when it comes to AI that people get wrong?
So there are some things that AI is phenomenal with that really can help us automate the process of designing and posting and all of that stuff. But then there are things that AI does not need to have a hand in at all in your shop. And we're really going to do a deep dive into those today. But I think that AI can help you really take your shop to the next level.
Yes, I said this yesterday in the bonus call, and if you were at the Etsy Effect or you haven't got to catch up, I do want to let you guys know the very specifics. Number one, your Etsy Effect conference ticket, you have access to all the classes until, I think we're on day 5, so 5 days left. And then the bonus calls, you can go ahead and watch the replay. We've emailed that bonus day out. It was like 2.5 hours of such good coaching. But what we said that I really want you all to hear, and I truly stand behind this, is that you will not be replaced by AI.
No.
We all will not be replaced by AI. Who will replace you is someone leveraging AI.
Yes.
And there's ways to do it ethically, honestly, and appropriately.
Yes.
To be able to follow Etsy, I don't want to say laws, but like guidelines. Thank you. And I think it's really important that we are in an inflection point, and you're going to either learn about it and press into the questions you have, or you're going to be on the sidelines. And I just want to stand here
and get left behind, honestly, if you stay on the sidelines.
I want to tell you that I am someone who have been very resistant to AI.
Oh, same.
I think that so I just want you all to hear that, because we come from a place of course we don't want it to steal from artists. Of course we don't want it to take away from our voice. And I think we're all really creative. And I want to leverage it at the highest level, but I've got to learn exactly how to do that. And that's why we added this class today, and we're super excited. So we thought it would be important to kick off with things that we shouldn't do.
Yes, so I think that this is one of the biggest things, is learning what you can and what you should. I'm not going to say can. You can do these things with AI, but what you should and should not do when it comes to AI and utilizing AI in your shops.
Oh, and also, Kirsty, you will be getting a replay of this, so don't worry about that. This will get a replay. Sue, yay! Love it. You just got to connect. Also, Annetta, welcome. So excited. Sorry about that.
No, that's perfectly fine. But the very first thing that I have seen as a coach in helping our even current members who have an opened Etsy shop, AI for your mock-ups in your shop is the #1 thing that we're going to tell you you're not going to do.
Yes.
What that makes you look like is a bot. It makes your shop look like a bot. We can utilize AI for our designs, but we are not utilizing AI for our mock-ups.
And per Etsy guidelines, they want to see the exact shirt that you are manufacturing with as your mock-up.
Absolutely.
That is why if I am using a comfort color shirt, I need to purchase or take my own, which by the way, inside of Passive Earners, we probably have over 150 plus mock-ups.
We have a lot. We spent one whole day
we shoot a lot of these for you, so you don't have to invest in that, which we love. So your shirt representation is very important to your mock-up. You cannot ask AI to give you that mock-up, or you are not following proper guidelines.
And I know people personally who have had Etsy shops that have been shut down and they said, well, I don't understand. Everybody uses AI mock-ups. Not everyone uses AI mock-ups, but that is going to be a big red flag that Etsy is going to flag your shop for. Knowing and seeing, you can tell when someone has used an AI mock-up. And in my opinion, as a consumer, if I see that someone has used an AI mock-up, it makes me, although I have now gotten on board with AI, I love using AI for my designs, but for some reason, those mock-ups, it just doesn't seem as legit to me.
It gives the thought it's too good to be true. Like, it looks too polished. It looks very fake. So we do not recommend here. Yes, Lauren, it does look weird usually. But yeah, you really, really want to be careful about that. All right. So that's #1. #2, taking your AI design as is.
No, we're not taking AI designs as is, and we're going to do a deep dive, and I'm going to show you
hands-on
the process. We just listed a design that I started the process and started creating in AI.
Adorable.
It was not really where I wanted it to be. I was then able to take that design and manipulate it and get it to where I needed it to go. So what we are not doing with AI is we are not taking something exactly how they have created it, and we're not slapping it on a shirt. There are going to be instances where you may get a design that is exactly how you want it, and that's fine. But I'm also going to tell you that's going to be about 3 to 5% of the time when it comes to AI. Now, AI is constantly, it is still ever evolving. It is getting better as it grows and expands. So that chance of you getting a perfect design right out of the gate may be more than that 3 to 5% that I have personally seen. But as of right now, we are not taking something that AI has created and just slapping it on a shirt. We really need to modify it and kind of make it our own. Another thing that we are...
It'll get you to 80%.
It will.
But it's requiring you to bring your creative director. You know, I kind of taught on this at Etsy Effect. We still need you to be that creative director. You drive the boat. You are in charge. You make the decisions. Your prompts, which listen, my favorite thing that we're about to dive into and that Lauren's going to teach you today is prompting and her secret to prompting. There is a secret, there is a method, like you are going to pick this up and it is going to change how you work with AI forever in one prompting hack that it's going to change everything. You are in charge of your prompt. You are in charge of directing AI and I want to say finessing it and talking to it and like really giving direct and good feedback.
And I really think, and we've talked about this before, I feel like learning us as human beings, learning how to talk to AI and communicate with AI, I think is just going to help us become better and more effective communicators with each other about being direct, telling people exactly what you want, because with AI, you have to learn to be direct. You have to learn to be descriptive. You have to learn to give it exact directions. Just like with someone else, AI can't read your mind. So if you give it very vague instructions, you're going to get very vague results. Same thing if you're talking to someone face to face. If you're very vague about what you're saying, you're not going to get the feedback that you're looking for.
Yeah, it is so, so good. Love
and
it, love it.
On the topic of we're not taking designs and just slapping them on a shirt. Another thing that I think that AI should be used for is to help you create descriptions, titles, things like that. However, on the back end of that, we're not just taking what AI wrote for us and slapping that in our description. We're not just taking a title that AI wrote for us and slapping it on our design. We still have to, like Tanner said, it's going to get us that 80%. We still have to come in with that extra brand voice that you want your shop to sound like. If you want it to be friendly, if you want it to be like warming, you know, there's lots of different things that you still have to put into your tags, your titles, and your description. AI can help you get to a certain point. You have to take it the last leg and really get it to the top.
Yeah, and why I love AI is because you can do your market research, which is really the secret. If you're here, and I've talked to a lot of people, if you're here at the Etsy Effect and you're like, oh my gosh, like I am not getting views, my shop has been stagnant, we need to train you, and really the secret sauce and what we can do the most when we work together is market research.
Yes.
When we do that market research together and have that plan and those tools, we can then take it to AI and be so much more informative on what we need. And then when it gives us what we're looking for from our market research, we will know that 10 to 15% we need to add to it to make it our own.
Right.
So super incredible. We are using it to jumpstart with tags, titles, and descriptions. When it comes to, let's talk a little bit about not copying, because I think that is a huge objection for me.
Yes.
And if you end up inside of Passive Earner Society, we do give access to our in-depth program on AI. And one of the first videos we talk about is being ethical with AI.
So being ethical with AI, I do think that if you find, let's say you find a design that from your market research, from what you are seeing that is actually selling on Etsy, I fully believe that you can take an image or take the concept of one design. You can, and this is kind of letting you in on my secret that Tanner was talking about. You can take that you can take a screenshot or take that image and then put that into AI and ask AI to give you a prompt that will generate a graphic that is similar to the one that you have uploaded, but not exact. You can even tell it, please change the colors to these different colors, maybe change a certain aspect of the image, but that also helps AI to get an idea of what you are looking for, and then having the prompt will get you the image that you really want. So we can use designs as inspiration, and then get a prompt to create an image that is similar but different, and then take that image and then really kind of make it our own from there.
Oh, I'm so excited. So this is gonna be such a great one. I know you all want to get all of the details. Lauren is about to dive in. I'm so excited. You're using 2 different tools today.
I am gonna be utilizing 2 different AI tools. So what I have found, I do feel like chat, if you've been in the AI world, you've heard of ChatGPT. That is one of the language learning models that people can use. I personally still need to get better at using ChatGPT for image generation. So I like using ChatGPT as my prompt generation.
Because it's been trained so much more than any other tool. It's the one everyone uses. It's like the gold standard right now.
So it has been trained, that chat has been trained really as like, I think that it does a lot more research. It's not as trained, from what I have found so far, it is not as trained in image generation. However, like I said, I use ChatGPT for my AI prompt generation, and then I go over to Playground, which is an AI language learning model that has been trained in image generation.
Yes. Now, I should have wore my Playground hat today. They did give me one. I was invited to a Playground influencer dinner where I got to sit beside the COO and some of their marketing leaders, and really talk about AI and where it's at. And just like from a really innovative standpoint, AI is moving so fast that, you know, it's at record speeds of development and innovation. And like, that's why I really think this is the inflection point for AI. But they talked a lot about how the laws, you know, aren't even able to stay up to date and like with it. So I think over the next couple of years, whatever happens in the lawmaking world will have a big effect, positively or negatively, who knows, on the AI. And secondly, the way that he saw it, and this is like my verbiage of that, it could be wrong, is that your designing is going to be, it's going to be like your signature is your prompt.
Yes, so you are crafting your design really comes down to your prompt. That is how you design.
So that's, and the example I want to give here is make me a Halloween cat.
So
that is like a very vague prompt.
Very vague. You didn't tell it the color, you didn't tell it the style, you didn't say anything. What I see AI as, I feel like we have people who are very creative, has like the artistry level that they can create these things themselves. And then we have other people who may be better, maybe not at actual art creation, but they're very creative and very artists. They're artists with their words.
Yes.
So this is like
this is who is going to really own this next generation of innovation. The people who want their prompt to be their art form.
Yes.
And that is going to be the way that is yours, is your prompting and your style and your twist. So anyone here that attended Etsy Effect and said, oh my gosh, I want to design like Sadie and I want to do print on demand, or I want to do a digital shop. If you have been hearing a voice in your head where you're like, can I design at this level and this quantity? Maybe the answer is no, you're not going to just design in Canva.
Right.
You are going to partner with AI and supplement in Canva.
Yes.
This could really, I know we've been blowing your minds every day here at the Etsy Effect, from the actual conference to bonus day yesterday and this one, but I think this is going to really hit home for a lot of you on how this can be possible. So without further ado, let's do it. I was so excited. It's going to blow you away. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was going to just address the reason, just to reiterate before we dive in, the prompting we've learned is because it's communicative. ChatGPT is really good at.
Yes.
The second part that we like is Playground. They offer templates and things like that. So you're just going to learn how we've married the two together super well.
Yes.
So yay!
So I'm going to take you through the process. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to take you kind of through the process of how we utilize AI to create our own images to use in our shop for our print-on-demand products. We're going to go kind of from start to finish. I'm going to show you some of the things recently that I have created via AI, and then show you how I took that design and kind of I for sure modified it and made it my own so that you can see how easy it truly can be. So I'm going to get logged in to Canva really quickly, and then we are going to start the process because I want to make sure I have this open for you guys so that you can see how I did take my own stuff and turn it into a beautiful design. So we'll just go ahead, let's just go ahead and start here. We'll go to our share screen. So the first thing that I like to do when I am trying to figure out what I want to design is I like to start in Canva as kind of like my market research. I don't know what, do we not have internet?
Did the internet die?
Okay, nope, there it is. Just kidding, just kidding. It is just not wanting to work very well. I can't do anything. I can't click on anything.
Maybe it's a sign I need to get that new computer.
Maybe it is.
Oh, it died. I am literally going to buy a new computer.
Okay, let's go ahead and try Etsy one more time, because this is a very integral part of this. And once again,
maybe try Safari.
Okay.
Maybe make sure everything, close out of Cricut and any of the printers that you can.
Okay. Let's go ahead and quit this.
Y'all don't be hating on Macs. We use it to run everything.
It says page unresponsive. Let's try this one more time.
One thing I want to address while we're waiting is Lauren says, does Etsy like AI design? So Lauren, I really want to inspire you that designs are neutral. You know, we do talk heavily on the relationship between AI mockups and real mockups, but when it comes to designs, I like to think of designs as neutral designs, meaning Etsy isn't going to prefer or not prefer AI designs. It is based on, I think I want to throw this out to you guys. The best designers are going to use AI and you're going to think that it's not even AI. That should be your goal. You should aspire to design with AI that it doesn't even look like AI. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Love it, love it, love it, love it.
We're gonna try this one more time. Etsy.com.
So good.
Okay, it's working now.
Yay!
It's working. So I am going to also log in to Everbee really quick, because this is a research tool that we personally utilize all the time for our shop, because it shows me what is selling currently and what is not. So it is close to the 1st of August. We're in the first half of August. Actually, we're about in the middle of August. So right now is the time for you all to start listing. It's actually, we're getting close to the time where it's almost too late for Halloween stuff.
I'm going to say Christmas is what everyone here should be focused on. It is the biggest opportunity for your shop to thrive.
Right. So we are going to, what I like to do first is when I am doing market research, I like to start with an actual, just a very vague general term of what I am creating my designs for, whether that be Christmas, back to school, Thanksgiving. I don't even put shirt, Christmas sweatshirt. I like to start with just the term Christmas. So what I do is I just search Christmas, and then now I can come down and see what are the top 2 or 3 lines on this Christmas search that it is showing me things that are selling, right? These are ranked, obviously they are ranked toward the top. Otherwise, I don't think Etsy would be showing it to us. So coming down here, we can find shirts that kind of inspire us that we want to create. Like this one right here is really cute. It has a decent conversion rate, 1.76. It's not a bad conversion rate for Christmas shirts like this. So doing my market research, seeing what is selling here is a great example of what we could utilize AI to recreate maybe some of these graphics, and then taking our own spin on things and placing them in. So what you're gonna do, and this one has a great conversion rate. This one has a 5.77 conversion rate, and it's only been on there for 9 months. So you can kind of go through, look at what I'm really liking this one. I think we might try to do something similar to this one. So what I'm going to do after I do kind of my market research, I see what is selling, I've looked at the monthly sales, the conversion rate, the listing age, what fits my shop, what fits what I want to have in my shop. This is another amazing design that has a phenomenal conversion rate. And I really like this nativity scene. So we may change it. I may not do this one. I may come down here and do this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of just this graphic right here, not really the whole thing because I'm not going to use the same verbiage. Let's just say I want to kind of recreate a similar graphic. So what I have done is I have taken a screenshot here. I'm now going to hop back over to ChatGPT and I'm going to drop that image into ChatGPT, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Chat, please create an AI image, let's do image generation prompt because I want to make sure that they know I'm going to use this for an image generation, okay? So please create an AI image generation prompt. Let's spell things right. That will give me a similar design to the nativity scene. I don't want to look up similar. I just want to, obviously, I didn't spell it right. Okay, there we go. To the nativity scene that I have. This is what takes the longest. Uploaded. And then I'm going to put what I want to change. So in this nativity scene, I see no animals. I want to make sure in my prompt that I include that it has animals in this nativity scene because I'm not taking this and getting something exactly like it. Once again, I like the style. I like how it is set up linear, but I want to add animals to it. And I'm going to tell it I would like to keep the same watercolor style. And I would like for everything to still be linear. However, I would like to include a few, you can say a few, you can say two, you can say whatever, animals in the, what is going on? Did I spell linear wrong? Spell
just
linear.
I can't, Lauren, I can't spell. You're so cute thinking I can spell. I just want to let everyone know if you're on the Zoom call today, Zoom for some reason makes it a little blurry. So you will not be able to read the text and that is our apology. What I like to do is open a new tab in Google, spell linear, and then see if it will tell us to spell it.
I just changed the verbiage. I put in a line.
So one thing I also like to think about with my chat is that it can read my misspelling. I don't know if that's your thought, but I love to offer my chat that I'm going to misspell things and it's go figure it out. I'm like, if you've read 80% of the internet or over 70% of the internet, you can figure out when I misspell things. I love to have really good thoughts about my chat.
So you can see here, I have included this as a starting point, and I'll ask it to please create an AI image generation prompt that will give me.
We are in the middle of a severe thunderstorm. I apologize.
We are, to the point that the things in the ceiling kind of shook a little
shaking.
Anyway. And then it says, here is a ready-to-use AI generation prompt for design like your uploaded nativity scene, keeping the watercolor look and linear arrangement. I did spell linear right because it's saying right there that is exactly how I spelled it. But adding animals. right? So what we are now going to do is we are now going to take this, we are going to copy it. I'm going to go over here to Playground, right? I'm going to come where it says Create. I'm going to select T-shirt, and the reason that I'm selecting T-shirt is because I want it to stay in that specific size aspect ratio and having everything kind of inside. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to paste it. Exactly what I copied from chat. Now, if for some reason when you are in Playground, they have these templates that you can search through. If you see something similar in the templates, by all means, use a template and I will go through the process. I can show you one that I created. And I'll use this one for an example. I actually created another image from this image because I wanted to keep this style. But right now we're just pasting in exactly what chat gave us. We are sending it there and then it is going to come up with a design for us. Now, I can't tell you exactly what it's gonna look like. I can tell you that I hope that it comes out the way that I see it in my head. But I can't tell you exactly that is what it's going to look like. That's the whole thing with prompting in AI. You have to continually prompt and you have to continually edit and change things. So right now we are just waiting. You can see down here, it is kind of going around and around.
Lauren, would you mind, or you may know the answer to this right off the bat, does Playground have a digital product selection? Like instead of selecting a t-shirt design, could you select a, like for wall art or some type of digital template, do you know?
Yeah, so we'll go back.
We don't have to go back. If there are others, you can just, we had some questions in the chat.
Oh.
I don't want to take away from your designing.
So here you can see that it's not, let's go back to Etsy. Here is the one that we liked, that I liked. And then here is the one that AI gave me. So it is similar. It is not the same. This one does have faces versus the other one not having faces. It's kind of more of the side profile view, but you can see how you can take inspiration of what is selling and what is trending, and you can come up with your own image. Now, if you want to change this or if you want to keep it the same, it really doesn't matter. That's going to be your own personal preference from there. Let's say you're ready for, maybe you would like this exactly how it is. What we would then do is we would come over here to export. Now, I will tell you that I am working in the pro version of Playground. I don't know that it's going to have a very large difference as far as image generation, but you cannot upscale and remove the background if you don't have the pro version. I always like to upscale my image and remove the background, especially if I'm working on putting this on a t-shirt.
Yes.
So what I would then do, upscale and remove background, and then we can pop that over into Canva and we can add some words at the bottom. We can put whatever we want to go along with this, whether this goes on a t-shirt, whether this goes on a piece of printable wall art.
Yep.
This image right here, I feel like could go on quite a few different things.
Yeah.
That's what I love about AI is you can utilize this in so many different ways. You can see here it upscaled and removed the background.
Let's talk about upscaled. That's just making sure it's a high quality image. You're going to be able to work with it for, you know, any of your designs.
Yes.
And that background, you know, is really important. So it's so good.
So what I would then do from there is download the upscaled version, and then I would put that into Canva. Now, before we go any further, I want to come back here and I want to show you that there are different templates within Playground that you can utilize. So there are t-shirt templates, you have logo templates. Here is an art template. So this is if you are wanting to hop in on the digital space and you wanted to create digital art, there is an art section here. Once again, some of this, like this little guy, that's not gonna, in my opinion, I just don't think that's gonna sell as digital art. But you can use these as templates, like maybe you wanna create something, a piece of digital art in this style. So let me show you what you could do from a template.
Ooh.
So let's say we select this one. We love this style. We don't want this exact image. Give me an image.
Jesus walking on water. And the reason I say that is because we have a hand-painted painting in our home that is very similar to this. And I would say maybe use like more pastels, like light colors.
And make the colors more pastel, like a sunrise.
Ooh. So yeah, that would be really fun. The templates in Playground, I just want to let you guys know, there's a method to the madness. Can you use ChatGPT for your image creation? Yes.
Yes.
Can you utilize ChatGPT for prompting and then leverage Playground? Some people at Etsy Effect use Midjourney. Other tools like that, Kittle, all the different things. You know, Canva does offer AI and things like that. Oh, Sue says, that just gave me goosebumps. Y'all, I just also want to shout out Sue. She just said yes to Passive Earner Society and she's coming to the beach.
What?
She's going to be with us in 38 Florida. It's going to be so awesome this October. We have such few spots left. So as you get to connect with our team, Katie and Jenny can share with you more if you're interested in getting hands-on training. Denise is coming to the beach too. Woohoo! So good. We are teach, coach, and train, and it's gonna be such a revolutionary retreat. I am so excited. So,
okay,
yay.
So we're gonna see what this gives us. Can you please take this image? I want to make sure I say, can you please take this image?
Notice Lauren's being polite to her AI.
While keeping the exact same style.
So good.
And make the colors more pastel like a sunrise. Take away the boat and add Jesus walking on water in a white robe. I would like for him to be walking away so that you only see his back. Okay.
Listen at how specific Lauren was. Like, let's go. And a lot of us have been asking questions. Can we edit this? Can we work with it? Can we, use ideas that we have? The answer is yes to all of the above. You have to get in there and start playing with it.
Yeah.
You are not going to expect your first time working with AI that you're gonna be like blown away. Like that is, if you are someone, my accountant just said this, like, in a way, he's like, if that happens for you, if your first design's amazing, you are the exception, not the rule, the majority or the rule. Yeah.
Now we did have someone ask, the faces that are wow. Are you kidding me? Do you see this? Oh my
gosh, guys!
Are you kidding me? Sadie, would you like to put that in your shop?
It's beautiful.
We had a person ask, is the faces that are created by AI, are there any kind of copyright infringement? No.
It's all open source.
It's all open source, correct.
So good.
So, yeah, that's how easy it can be if you are working in Playground and utilizing templates that they have. If you like the style of the template, that's really what I want you to focus on, is if you like the style of the template, and then you can edit that template from there to create what you want. Okay, now I'm gonna go back. This is also one thing that you need to know and understand. These are all saved. Once you create that image, they are gonna be saved in your library. So I want to take you to my library. Let's go to my designs. You can see here, there are the 2 designs that I just created. And let's talk about what you're gonna do if you get a design that is, if you get a design that you like, but it's not quite there. And this one right here is a really, really good example. I was trying to create a t-shirt design. I'm still digging this vintage stamp look. I really wanted it to be Halloween themed, and I wanted all of the stamps to coordinate, have similar colors, but all be Halloween style. So looking at this, I was like, man, I really like the way that those stamps look, but I don't like the way that those stamps are arranged, okay? So what I was able to do is I was able to come up here, export this design, and then upload it into Canva. So what I'm gonna show you now is I'm gonna hop over to Canva, and this is how I was able to manipulate, and I'll go through the process with you, but you can see how I was able to manipulate that design and add other little things to it to really make it my own for a t-shirt design.
Yes.
This is what we're saying. We're not taking the exact thing that AI created us here,
yes,
which is 80% of the way
for
there.
sure. It did all the hard work.
It did all of the hard work.
We got to do the good part.
Exactly, exactly. So I was able to download this, and then over here in Canva, what I did, and I'll just show you exactly how I did it. We'll just go ahead and add page, and I'll take you through the design process and how I did this. So what I did was I uploaded my design. So we'll just go ahead and go from the beginning. Let's go here.
We'll download it.
We'll go ahead and share. We don't need to share. I need to export this. We'll go ahead and upscale and remove the background. That way it is exactly like the other one that I have.
The highest quality available.
Highest quality.
You're downloading this? I can't see because it's so blurry. What type of PNG?
Yes.
It'll download as a PNG.
Yep.
And you're going to pop that
Currently,
into
right now,
Canva.
I'm upscaling it and removing the background.
Love it.
Because I don't want to have the background on there. If you don't have Pro and you just want to download, you can do that, and you can remove the background in Canva.
And I think tools like this is what makes being in a community so much more valuable, because we are all looking to leverage AI and leverage, let's just say technology in new ways. And like, this is the power, because we will be able to hands-on with you talk about how to use AI in your shop and what to do and help you get that 20% there from your AI. So these are all things that we are training our students on every single week inside the program. At our group calls, you get Lauren, you get Sadie, you get myself, you get Ashley, all the time looking at what you're doing and making those 1% improvements or full pivots when things aren't serving you. So, love it.
Yep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just bringing in my Finder. Here is my downloaded upscaled version. I'm going to pop this into Canva.
And I just want to say, if you feel like Ray just said, I'm so far behind, you're really not, because you could really learn the skill, and there's very minimal AI tools. So don't let feeling behind be the reason that you stay where you are. Like, we train people that have never used Canva, that love Canva, all of the above.
Well, you have to think about it like this. If you feel behind now, imagine if you don't take action.
Yes.
How behind you're going to feel 6 months down the road.
For sure.
I understand feeling behind. I felt behind with AI. I felt like I don't know what's going on, but instead of letting the fear of I don't know how to do this and I don't know what to do about it, instead of letting that fear cripple me from learning how to leverage this, I used it as my kind of like my springboard. Like, no, I am a smart individual. I can learn this. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes.
And I am going to learn this. And that, just changing your mindset, that one little tweak in your mindset is really going to help you become the creative, because you have the potential, but shifting your mindset into I'm behind, I can't do this, into yes, I can do anything I set my mind to,
period,
is going to really help you reach your potential.
Yes.
So back to Canva. Here we are. What I did from here, because I didn't like the arrangement, y'all, you're gonna be like, she really just did that? I just edited this down and cropped this in. Now watch what I can do. I can duplicate this And now, because I just cropped it, I can bring this other guy over here. And I'm like, okay, well, now I need this trick or treat guy. So I'm gonna edit this and crop that out. And now I'm gonna have that there. And now I can duplicate it again. And I can just uncrop it, find the next stamp that I need, crop it down. Let's go with the black cat. So we're gonna crop that over there, crop that one there and down. Boom, there's my black cat. Let's duplicate this. Now I need my haunted house. So I'm just gonna crop it this way. Boom, there's my haunted house, duplicate. Now I know that I need the ones on the top, so the pumpkin and the ghost. So I'm bringing this up, cropping this down this way. We'll go with the ghost next. There's my little ghosty, duplicating it again. And now I just need that last one, which is the pumpkin, and I'm just cropping it this way. Boom. Now I have them all kind of free floating.
Love.
Now
that was so fast.
Now I can rearrange them however I want, because we do have some vertical stamps, we have some square stamps, so we kind of want to move them around, make some of them bigger, make some of them smaller, arrange them literally however you want, keep the colors separate. You know, we may have one here. And do you all see how easy that was to now get an arrangement that is more cohesive for a t-shirt? Like, that's how fast it was. Now all I have to do is come up with, let's say we want to come up with different elements that we want to place within this design. You can even turn some of them, bring some of them in front, layer them if you want to. It really is, this is where the creative freedom comes in for you to do pretty much whatever you want with your design.
Yes. And I still think this part you do get to like stretch your creativity.
Yes.
With the layout. Like, this isn't, you know, this is your 20%. Show up. Give your all.
This is how you make your design stand out and make it look like it's not just some AI design slapped on to a t-shirt, right? So you can see what I did. I arranged it the way that I wanted to. Here are elements from there. Once I got it arranged, and we'll just come back down here. It's not the exact, it's perfectly fine. It's really not a big deal. But you can come down, we'll do elements, and now I'm just gonna type in Halloween elements. So I see that there are no bats in any of these stamps. So what I can search is bats. And now I can go to these graphics. I can find some that maybe fit the theme or fit what I want, fit my style. So maybe it's this one. We can add in this little guy. You can twist him around, put him on top of some of these stamps, make it look like they're flying. There's so many different things. You can add lots of bats if you want to, like over in the corner. Really kind of take your time and make it your own. Another thing that I did is I wanted to add like a vintage postal stamp on there. So I just typed in vintage postmark. Let's just do postmark.
I love it.
Like one of these. Let's say we just grab this one. And this is where you have to play around with, because right here, I can't tell, like that doesn't look right, so that's not what I need to do. This one is actually one that I did use, and I switched these two around because this one kind of has like a similar postal mark on the bottom. So once again, when it comes to designing, you have to think the devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. So if I would have had this guy back over here where I had him and then put this postal thing over top of it, look how it just doesn't look like it flows there. So those are the little things that you do have to think about. This one is running into the black cat. It's not really working well, so maybe I bring this guy down, and now I can put this postal mark kind of in front of maybe in front of the ghost over top of there. See what I'm saying? Like, you have to just play around with it and make it work and fit what you are going for. But adding those elements into your design, I just wanted to show you how you can take this design and really make it your own. And there is artistry in that.
Yes.
There is so much artistry in that. So that is pretty much how I like to utilize. And one thing I don't want to get away from that we didn't spend a lot of time on is utilizing ChatGPT for your prompt like helping you get to the prompt that you need to create the image you want. That is going to be the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from is prompting is how you create.
So good.
In AI, you create with your prompts.
So good.
To help you create prompts until you feel like you are a prompt pro.
Yes.
You can utilize ChatGPT to help you, giving them a starting point of what you like and what you're looking for, but what you want to change, and then going to Playground, which is your kind of like AI or the image generation AI, because like I said, they have trained it to generate images, and then putting that prompt in there.
Now, I just want to call some people out to call people up. I noticed this, just the energy in the chat. It feels a little bit all or nothing. It's all AI or it's all no AI. What we want to offer today is AI as a tool. AI in your tool belt, available to you at your fingertips to take your creativity to that next level. You know, we've had a lot of people who has had thriving shops in the past in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Y'all, if you were able to crush back then on just your own creativity, imagine at the level you could make and design and translate that into money now.
Yeah.
You didn't have any of these tools. You were having to just do it all on your own. Come back over. Oh my gosh, like this has been so transformative for every single person here who is like, oh, like blown away by the tools, blown away at what's possible. Inside the program, we will work with you to audit your designs, to audit your market research, to audit your, you know, all of the things, help you really get a clear vision for where your shop is and where you want it to be.
Yeah.
Every single week inside the program at the highest level. If you come to the beach retreat, did you know that Sadie Michael was actually hired here to be a social media manager? She was technically hired as an office manager, which is LOL. She is like so creative.
Office manager and photographer was her official title.
So she is teaching.
She was not social media
She was not social media at first, but quickly, I think we kind of knew she was going to do some social. I don't remember. It's been many years. But she's coming to the beach and she's teaching an amazing hands-on photography class. Like, we're going to teach you all how to do photography for your own items, things like that. We're going to have some breakout sessions with me, breakout sessions with Lauren. It's going to be really awesome. And a lot of you are coming, so I'm super, super excited. Ray says, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Here is one thing that I don't even think you have to wrap your head around it. Like, what you need to do is just play around. Don't have any expectations. Bring your curiosity, like, how would this work for me? How could I do it? You know, I'm trying, I will say I'm not even that great at this yet. I'm trying to see, like, have like an AI first mindset. Like before I call someone or pay someone, like I'm like, okay, well, how can I flesh out my ideas and things like that first with AI? So I think it's just another tool.
I do think that it is just another tool for us to utilize. Like Tanner said earlier, I can understand, and I actually feel like I feel the fear. Like I was there when I first heard about it. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is where technology is advancing way too fast, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying that that fear is not there. However, after getting in there and actually playing around with AI, and going in it with a curiosity first mindset and let me just see what this is about. Let me put my fear on the back burner and I just want to see what this is about. I quickly realized that, like we have said, it's not, this is actually technology that has probably been at our fingertips before that we've not known about.
Yeah.
And it is just now more publicly known and more publicly used.
Yes.
And it is definitely something, like Tanner said, if you don't learn how to use it now, you are going to be replaced with someone who does know how to use it.
Yeah.
Just like when Google came on the scene, you know, I was young.
Oh, tell me.
Well, I mean, it was like, what is this Google? Like, I don't trust it. Like,
really? Oh my gosh.
Listen, it was. I remember
Lauren
my
has
parents.
a couple years on me, so
I
I'm
remember
like.
my parents talking about it.
I remember AOL.
Yeah, I mean,
like I remember dial-up. That's
chat
about
rooms,
it.
Yeah,
I wasn't in no chat. I was on Disney.
No.
I was on Disney.
No, I was in some chat rooms, and of course, even then, like my parents were very much like,
yeah,
this internet, man, opens us up to so many things, and yes, it does. But when using technology ethically, responsibly, and proper, all it does is help us become better at what we are doing.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. So that's super fun. And I'm really excited to open you guys up to this possibility. This is the starting point. You know, if any of you attended Etsy Effect and the only thing you leave here with is just one takeaway, I know it'll have made your entire, you know, designing better, and the whole conference where, you know, you see people crushing it on Etsy and making, you know, taking their shop to the next level. You know it's a possibility, and this is your opportunity to go all in. So I want you to really, you know, show up to your calls your most empowered self. Like, really think about where you're at. You know, I remember coaching someone yesterday that was like, Tanner, like, it's so hard for me to see a vision of myself. I think it was earning $50,000 a year. And I like stopped her and I was like, why? And she's like, well, look at the past. I'm like, well, you haven't tried. Like, I just want to call any of you out that have had a shop for a year or two, or a shop in general, and you haven't had those results. Maybe you've had some results, but not all the results that you want. The only difference between people who are doing it and where you're at right now is they decided to do it. So you have to decide to level yourself up. You have to decide, what they call it in one of the books I'm reading right now is raising your floor. You know, we're raising our floor, we're raising our standard of what's allowed and what's required.
How are you ever going to break the ceiling if you don't raise the floor?
Exactly. You have to raise your floor and what you're allowing. You have to make terms with, oh, what you've been doing for years is dabbling, and now you're really ready to break it down. So on your call, I want you to share what you want to raise your floor to, and they will share with you what it's like to work with us. I'm so excited that we get to gift you the opportunity to talk one-on-one. What we're going to do is, if any of you want to get some coaching from Lauren and I, you can raise your hand. We're going to turn off, I think we were also live on YouTube. We'll end that stream. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll do, just for the Etsy Effect attendees, the bonus training and do some coaching with all of you. So go ahead, raise your hand if you have any questions, put it in the Q&A. Sadie, let us know when the YouTube live is ended. So it's super good. Yeah, thanks guys. Go ahead and raise your hand. It's the bottom bar right down here. And it is super, super, super good. So yay, love it, love it, love it. So good. Will coaching help if I have a shop that I just